bus here, and we're going to.
Could have just went for a walk.
Yeah. This is a beautiful day too. There is our map where we're going, because otherwise we can't go anywhere. Thank you, Mr. Map. We are Save Marts. They have a Save Marts just down there when you're here in Rotorua, just there. Save Marts.
It's a pineapple. It's a long pineapple. It's a skinny pineapple. It's a middle pineapple. It's a tall pineapple. Big
One of
pineapple.
these streets, eh? Generally.
What the?
Nah, so
Pineapple.
I reckon it's a street over there.
Hotel pineapple.
It's the main street.
Kalangi. O nge koe whai alau mera nga whai a ngei. Malama
Why
lama.
did you book this hotel?
Malama lama kalangi.
Okay.
And no one of you allowed to touch any cups or anything. I think that is the marae there, next to the bamboo. Yeah, where the bamboo is, did it? Cứ có nghĩ đi. So we're going there.
Not that marae. That
We're
one.
going inside there. So we arrived. So where we gonna go?
Oh,
We're going
where do we
in
go?
there? I don't know.
Is that the marae there?
Where we go?
Aye, that can't be the marae.
That is the marae.
Is that what?
Oi safari vai. Yeah, that is. And they need to go there. Lindo! Linda! Ave de ulo Linda ele salua. Ja, det ticket är det vad man vill ticket. Ala aka ya luma kuala.
One of them was pink, one of them was white.
Ka umai dem dia.
Kapuarangi and Te Tarata were their names. The mountain that resided above them, Whakarewarewa, and the people that lived next to that mountain, Tuhorangi. What happened was, June 10, 1886, Whakarewarewa mountain erupted. The pink and white terraces were buried alongside 7 villages, 153 lives, Māori and non-Māori were lost in that eruption, my friends. We did have a few survivors, we did. One of them, this beautiful lady here, Mary Sophia Gray. I like to call her a guide pie. She was a guide that used to live at the buried village. She was the principal guide that would take all our visitors from all across our world to marvel at the 8th wonder until that eruption. When the eruption occurred, this beautiful lady, believe it or not, she housed over 50 survivors for one whole night, and something similar to that structure across the road, my friends. 50 people in that small thing for one whole night, and through connections of genealogy, they would finally have refuge here amongst their cousins, amongst their younger relatives. Here in this village, Guide Paya would begin to teach the women of the village to guide, giving rise to tourism in Te Whakarewarewa, and also to uphold the tour guiding legacy. We, the descendants, we carry on to this very day. That is the goal of our people here, my friends. And also, our archway as well.
I
Our
whangarau
archway is a memorial to our grandfathers who served and
There
fought
on.
in the First World War, in the Second World War, and in other wars. That inscription on the top, He hoko fitu a tu. In English, the 70 of the war guardian tu. And on the other side of our archway, another inscription, Kia mau mahara. In English, lest we forget. That is what that archway lives up to, my friends. There are
Starting off our trip.
165 names etched onto this door. And every year on the 25th of April, our cousins from over the ditch in Aussie and here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, we would gather together to commemorate all those men who served all those years ago. We call that ANZAC, Australia, New Zealand Army Corps. That is what our archway stands for, my friends, as well as a memorial to our grandfathers. I also noticed that a few more people joined up on our group. May I ask where you have come from?
They're all ready. Lei, o le ki ngala, chese le se awhakasi. O le, I don't think so. So eat. Whoa. The beginning of the village.
Hello, lovers, what colour's your sticker?
This river here, my friends, this river is the first stop of our fort. This river, Te Puaringa, this is the boundary line. Everything from the river that way, Rotorua City, New Zealand government. Everything from the river this way, the tribal grounds of Wāhiao and Tuhaurangi, we have entered, ladies and gents. Not only was this river the boundary line, but also the main income as well for our people here. Tourism in this village, there were jobs given to the women, the men and the children. The job of the woman to collect their groups of visitors from this end of the river, guide them right throughout the valley. The job of us men to carry the visitors from that end of the river to this end for a penny or two, as there was no bridge in place at that time. The job of us males here. And the job of the children, the most famous of the three groups, penny divers. What you do, come to the sides of our river, throw a penny in. What you would see, all our children making their way to the sides, diving off, collecting all of this money. Even today, this is how the kids make their income. In the Māori world, if you are not at school, you must not go home and do nothing, ladies and gents. You must go to work. This is the work for our children here, penny diving. We also have a population of our village, 40 to 45 people do live here permanently, 21 families, 21 homes. There were more, but as you can tell, geothermal activity, some of it popped up inside of people's houses. Those families were moved outside of the village. They only live on the nearby streets, so it's not too far away from home. That's the population of today, 40 to 45 people, 21 families, 21 homes. Welcome inside the Whakarewarewa officially, my friends. We'll make our way on to the heart of our village. Welcome in, welcome in. Come on.
We can. Epi. That is a village. Linda, what are you doing? E vela mea epi. Vela. Coming around there. What is that? Ai, kau wā vela mai a. E epi, te kukonga mere runga me vela a pā. Ma pā mō whio kia iska ngaka.
Welcome over, my friends, welcome over. We'll just pop ourselves off the side of our room. Welcome over. This area that we have come to, my friends, this area here is the heart of our village. This is where nearly everything takes place. In common Māori tradition, whenever we get groups of visitors, no matter who, no matter from where, we always bring them here. This is where introductions would be done just to see whether the visitors come in good or bad intentions. Now, this house here, this is our meeting house. And the grounds we stand upon today, the sacred area, it is known as the courtyard in English, the marae in Māori. The name of our meeting house, Wahia, the name of the ancestor. And the name of our grounds we stand upon today, Te Pākira, the name of the people. Two things to note about this young man you are listening to. Number one, my English. My English will get a little stuttery at times. That's only because it is my second language. My first one is my native tongue, Te Reo Māori. Second thing about me, I wasn't born or raised inside this tribe or this village. I come from a different tribe 2 hours east in the middle of a very cold forest known as Te Whakarewarewa. The people inside, the scariest lot of Māori you will ever come across in all our lands, my people of Tūhoi. I am the nicest Māori you will ever meet coming out of my forest. And since I've shared that with you, my friends, I will now hand some pieces of knowledge that were given to me by my own elders. And for many years it was kept hidden, however only now can I bring it out. In my home, we have two names for this house here. Two. Number one, Wharenui. Wharenui in English, big house. And of course this house is big. The common structure of it is. The reason why, so our gatherings and meetings are held inside. I usually get the question asked, why don't you hold your gatherings and meetings at home, at your own tables? The answer for that, our second name, Whare Tīpuna in English, ancestral house, more like a person. You have the head on the top, the rafters that descend diagonally, the arms, the rafters that stand direct, the legs, the black and white coloured beams following the arms, the rib cage. The window is the eye, the door is the mouth, and the body of the house, the body of the ancestor Wahia. We look at our house more like a person in one way. The reason why we hold gatherings and meetings here, and I experience this myself firsthand. Whatever is said, this house will literally grab a hold of. It will lock that in until that subject has resurfaced again. The house will remember about what was said in the past, and it will let all the descendants know about it. So this, more like a safe for knowledge, we the descendants of Wahia, of this ancestor, we are the key to that knowledge. Now the only reason I can share any of this insight with you, my friends, at the age of 2 and 3, from what I can remember being a mischief fella, no children at all, at that time, were allowed on any of our grounds or inside the house. The reason being, all the proceedings that were done here were done only by the elders and the representatives of the tribes, only them. They were the ones who wielded this. We call it an orator's staff in English, a toko toko in Māori. And the reason I wield it today, well, unfortunately, I was that exception, my friends. At the age of 2 and 3, these were the grounds I was brought to in my scary tribe. These were the grounds I was raised upon by the very scary elders and representatives of my people. Only because of my line of chieftainship and our knowledge as a Māori, it is dying out. Thus now at the age of 19, as one of 48 chiefs of my tribe, I can leave this knowledge with all of you, purely and freely, in the hopes it doesn't die out. If you have any questions at all about our house, any at all, please don't be afraid to ask along the rest of our way. However, we will carry along, my friends. We still have a lot to get through. A lot. So we'll make our way down, eh? Welcome over. Come along.
Hey, go to the kitchen. Going down the kitchen.
open space with no houses whatsoever. This is the kitchen. This is where the families cook in this open space. Rain, hail or sunshine, 24/7, 7 days of the week. Now, since we are in the kitchen, I will share with all of you 2 examples. Māori brilliance, Māori ingenuity. This box over here is our first example of our day. That is what we call a steam box in English. In our native language, repeat after me. Māori.
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 Microwave. Thank you, my friends, one and only right over there. Māori microwave, just a wooden box built on top of a steam vent made by the earth. Very simple method, but the results bang on the fit. What I'm talking about, you have your pot, put your food in your pot, bring it over, place it in the box, and then just close the lid. Say after 3-4 hours later, take the lid off, pull the pot out, go straight over there and dine in, my friends. You don't need anything prepared, because us Māori, we eat our food exactly as it was cooked, nice and natural. Your food will not get burnt in that box because it's steam cooked. Many more results. I could go on all day about this thing. From our simple wooden box, Māori ingenuity, Māori brilliance, simple method, effective results, my friends. Best thing about it, no money needed whatsoever. The lesser example of our day. Right over there behind you all, our better example, my friends, our main cooking pool. Welcome forward to our railing. Welcome forward. And I will check to see if our present is ready for us, my friends. Welcome over.
Oh, it's the water.
Now this pool that we have come to as well, my friends, this is our second example of Māori brilliance, Māori ingenuity. This pool here is our main cooking pool of our village. Whakarewarewa is the name. Whakarewarewa in English, murderous, rippling waves. That's the name for our beautiful pool here, ladies and gents. Now, around every 45 minutes, this pool will pump water from below the earth. That water will flow through our channels into our bathrooms. This water provides us with our bathing water. That means we only cook vegetables inside. We do not cook anything with fat, oil or fish, and I think we all know the reason why. Don't want to bathe in any of that. We'll come out smelling like any of it, and that is why only veggies cooked in our pool here, my friends. If you were to ask me, surface temperature 90 to 110 degrees Celsius, around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, around boiling level. We tried to find the bottom, but after 50 feet, all the equipment the scientists sent in melted, and so this pool has had a reputation of being bottomless, my friends. No bottom we can find even today. If you were to ask me, cooking times, corn for example 5 to 15 minutes, cabbage 2 to 3 minutes, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots 4 to 6 minutes, boiled eggs 30 seconds, dip it in once, dip it in twice, pull it out, and it's all cooked, my friends. Very fast cooking in our pool here. And also, just like right now, and as you enter Rotorua City, all you can smell around our steam is that real sulphur smell. Within the waters of our village, 5 particular minerals reside. Within these 5 minerals, many positives. One positive we're all going to try right now, food. When food is cooked inside this pool, the most natural, the most purest flavours brought right out of it. But of course I got to leave you to be the judge of that one, my friends. One more thing to note, since we know food is cooked inside, a bit of common sense. The water in our pool is also drinkable as well, my friends. Our people have been drinking this water for hundreds of years. However, there is one catch if you drink too much. The catch is the runs. Run to the toilet for number 2, my friends. If you do want some of our water, little bits at a time, otherwise toilet is where we all are in 15 minutes. But our corn we're having, completely safe to eat. Now, there was a bag of corn that was put in here as soon as we came through the archway of our village, and it's all ready for you. It's going to be provided just to prove what you smell in our steam like right now, not what you should taste in our food, my friends. And this is the true tradition of us Māori people. no matter who, no matter from where, we always welcome our visitors, we always feed them, and we have a bit of a good laugh as well. So, I will see if our food is ready for us, and we can dig straight on. Oh, rua, oh, oh, rima.
Oh.
There you go, ladies and gents. Simple method with cooking in our pool. All you need is a wool or cotton bag, a muzzle cloth as we call it, with a rope attached to the end. All you do, throw your food into the bag, hook it up onto a little nail, let it sit in the natural waters, only 5-15 minutes, pull it out, dig in, my friends. Simple method, effective results, Māori ingenuity, Māori brilliance. Just like our Māori microwave as well, best thing about it, no money needed whatsoever. This is what you call true self-sustainability, especially in modern times, even today, my friends. And of course, everything I've said as well, we've got to put it to the test so you know I'm telling the truth. Welcome over to our corn hut, my friends. We'll serve our corn out for us. Welcome over. Welcome over.
Serve mai ai. Ka mai ai a mea ai na sakai ro. They have e manging o le vai ai epi. Ma mai le vai.
I would. Because you know, if you do have something that's not supposed to be in your stomach, that water will be the best thing to flush it out. And I like that question, my friend, very much. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, very quickly, my friends, I'll just conduct our prayers, prepare our food, and then we can dig straight on. Mai e, te tipa mai e, te tahiko mai e, te kāhunga riki mai e, tā whiwhi atu ngā atua. Tēnei au te kūkena o tōku o pekarana atu ki pau whakarungi hau ki pau tau te aki. Ai whakanoa i tōna ihi wehi wana. Tōna mana kei roto i e nei hua e noho ake ai, haurana me koipana. Tōna mana tōna ora tāna ki. Tēnei mātou Māori tū, Māori tau. Tauri ho ono Māori ora. Tūturu āwhiti whakamau ake atu sina, sina, haumi e, kui e, tā iki e. E iwa whakapaingia e nei kai haurana mō mātou tinana, whānai hoki o mātou wairua. Te taro te ora, ko Eucrates tō mātou kai whakaora. Ake ake, roria, taui o taku. Okay. Now, let's see how we do this.
Ei mangura e kau mai o rei unga poi o mai kongo i o.
E kongo ne mangu pe i
Ka wala e punga. Manging o le vai na.
Oh, thank you, my friend. This will just finish it off nice and good.
Āring whai mana pāre si kau sanga. Whio ke ka ngakai.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Oh, well, it's just saved me the stress. Thank you, my friend. Okay, very quickly, my friends, I'll let you know now this corn here, it was grown from outside of the village, just like all other corn. However, it's the way that it's cooked inside that changes that result, my friends. Right here, you're going to prove to me whether I'm telling the truth or not. So very quickly, yeah, thank you, my buddy. There you go, you get the first one. That's the one that's for you. You're welcome. Don't be shy whatsoever, my friends. Welcome up. I'll serve you out as we go.
Thank you. Kalangi. Kalangi, Linda. Linda. Here, here. Kau mo se kona nena.
Yeah, yes, but not anywhere else. That's
Wow.
right.
Can I see the corn?
This corn here is actually quite something else, man.
Smile.
It's juicy.
Smile, Linda. Smile. There, kiddo, mine. Smile.
Mom, look, it's all yellow.
It's cooked.
Yeah, that means it's cooked.
Underneath there. Kira, kanga mas kam, yeah.
Very good, my friends. Very good.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Welcome up. Welcome
Hey. Kama siya umiyan ali. Eh?
up. More than enough.
Yeah. They may epi.